is coming for social care.
Yeah, we've heard a lot, haven't we, recently about a social care crisis looking after the elderly out of hospital. Councils say the system's under huge strain. £2 billion from the Chancellor on that today. Critics, though, say it's nowhere near enough to head off a crisis.
And news if you're hoping to train for a job instead of doing A-levels.
Yeah, new technical qualifications called T-levels aimed at simplifying the process of vocational training. So if you want to be a plumber, a hairdresser or a builder, other manual skill jobs like that in England only.
Then there are business rates. We've heard big warnings about how this could hit smaller businesses, haven't we?
Yeah, pubs, bars, music venues particularly worried about this tax rise due to come in next month. We went to an independent music venue in Portsmouth and a pub in Shrewsbury to hear why.
My name's Oliver Parry. I'm the landlord of the Sloping Bar in Shrewsbury, Shropshire.
What's the deal with business rates for you at the moment?
So at present we're paying about £5,000 a year in physical hard-earned cash, but our business rates are due to go up from the 1st of April, meaning we'll have to pay £20,000. So suddenly we've got to find another £15,000 on top of what we're already paying. £15,000 would probably close us.
If you could divide up that pint glass in terms of where the money goes, how much do you get?
From a £3.40 pint, you're probably making 80 pence a pound. So you've got to sell hundreds of thousands of pints a year to pay your bills. You are going to see pubs that are going to be boarded up on the high street.
We do upwards of 250 gigs a year, you name it. We've had them, Muse, Oasis. My name's Jeff Priest, I'm General Manager of the Wedge of Drums in Portsmouth. I know they're increasing the rateable value of what I do by 25%. Most live music venues walk a line. Increasing something by 25% has quite a negative impact on what we can do. These venues will only stand a certain ticket price because it then becomes overly expensive. There's a theatre just up the road and they get lots of cultural tax relief, including on their rates. One of the way forwards for live music venues might be to give us that cultural exemption. It gives us a fighting chance. You're taking away the basic stepping stones of how bands learn their trade and their craft. They can't play Wembley Stadium without playing smaller venues to hone what they do. 2 weeks ago we had some Dara Karma through, Sherlock, we've got Vanton tonight.
We wouldn't exist without these kind of venues. Hi, I'm Matty from Bandit. When I was growing up, if there was nowhere to go and see bands in my local area, then I would never have had that opportunity. And it's kind of scary to think how many potential future musicians that might affect if these venues are destroyed.
So those guys will have been watching closely as the Chancellor announced a £1,000 discount for 9 out of 10 pubs on business rates and also money for councils to help the worst hit firms. And let's hear what Oliver and Jeff think about that.
I believe this is a short-term help. It doesn't fix a long-term problem with the business rates because obviously the £1,000, it goes far, but it won't go very far. On the other hand, beer and cider duty is increasing by a couple of pence, which means we'll probably have to put up our beer prices, which means a knock-on effect, you might lose customers.
From what I've heard, it is going to help some small businesses, and obviously there's the extra bonus for pubs. But from where we're sat, I don't think it's going to make any difference whatsoever. Any extra bill, any extra income, any extra cost are difficult to actually find.
And Jonathan, you mentioned a big surprise.
Yes, just one other big headline we weren't expecting. Self-employed people will pay more tax, many of them anyway. And a government minister tells us why they think that's fair before 6.
BBC.
Newsbeat. Before that, though, let's hear from Newsbeat's Anna Collinson on why your smartphone, your Xbox, or even a baby monitor isn't as private as you might think.
Okay, so you're at home watching, say, Sherlock.
No, I mean, how did you find me?
Sherlock Holmes.
And sometimes the storylines can seem so far removed from normal life.
Really, though, how?
Stuck the tracer on the inside of the memory stick.
In the memory stick?
But if you're watching the show on a smart TV or laptop, or maybe you're WhatsApping your mates, there's a chance someone could be spying on you. WikiLeaks, a site that exposes secret government data online, has released thousands of documents which it claims shows the tools the CIA uses to break into electronic devices.
TVs with an internet connection.
Microphones inside tablets.
And smartphones.
Communication apps. The US spy agency is accused of hacking devices so they can listen to suspects. A former director has called the leak incredibly damaging and that it leaves the US and its allies less safe. For years there have been theories that this has been going on.
They want to own your phone instead of you.
In 2015, US whistleblower Edward Snowden told the BBC smartphone users can do very little to stop security services getting total control of devices.
So, for example, if it's in your pocket, they can turn the microphone on and listen to everything that's going on around you.
And now we're seeing confirmation that it's happening, and perhaps on a massive scale by the CIA. But Major General Jonathan Shaw, who used to be the head of cybersecurity at the Ministry of Defence, says it's important these tools exist.
We're talking about the age-old philosophical challenge of how you balance people's right to privacy and people's right to life. You know, if you know X is going to kill Y, you need to find out how. You might need to invade this guy's privacy to prevent him killing the other guy.
Hi, I'm Ollie Foreman, and I'm an ethical hacker and security researcher at Oxford University.
We spoke to Ollie on WhatsApp, one of the platforms it's believed the CIA hacks. Okay, Ollie, first of all, what are the chances of this happening to you or me?
So they're primarily pretty targeted attacks. They're going to be focused on people who the CIA are interested in. If the CIA are interested in you, then you might be a victim. But for most of us, we're not going to be targeted by this kind of thing.
One of the main concerns is that if there's a break in the security, criminals might be able to find a way in.
That's true to an extent.
Okay, so what can we do to protect our devices from being broken into?
Things like making sure your devices are patched and up to date, making sure you use strong and secure passwords.
Newsbeat.
Back to the budget then, and that news that if you're self-employed, you could be paying more tax from next year. Jonathan's back to explain.
So this is about national insurance contributions. That's tax that comes out of the money you earn. The main rate is going up to 11% by April 2019. It'll leave around 3 million people worse off. Those on less than £16,000 a year should pay less overall, though. Andrew's a self-employed plumber. He says he's already struggling with money.
I go to work at 5:30 in the morning and I do not get home until 7:30 p.m. You know, I'm doing that Monday through Saturday. Sometimes I do have to work a Sunday. We keep on taking things away from us when we try to better ourselves as a people. My question to you now is, what else can you take? What else are you going to take from us? Because this is absolutely outrageous.
And he's not the only one angry about this. Even some Conservative MPs aren't happy, especially as the party promised not to raise national insurance contributions before the last election. And I've been asking one of the Chancellor's top team about that.
Yeah, I'm Simon Kirby. I'm the Economic Secretary to the Treasury.
Before the last election, you promised not to put up national insurance contributions. Today, the Chancellor announced national insurance contributions are going up for self-employed people. Why has he broken the promise?
Well, we did legislate. It went through both houses of Parliament.
Yes, no, you haven't broken the law you introduced, but you did say in your manifesto that you wouldn't put up national insurance contributions. I think